fucking stupid.
And we are live. Welcome back to yet another episode of the commies.
Did you do it that quickly?
Yeah, dude, we're on.
We're not communists.
Well, allegedly. You know, I'll never be confined to a box. That's for sure.
What about Jack in the Box?
I'll be.
You've been confined to that.
Hey, listen. All right, it felt like sloppy seconds, but like in a food form.
You caught me so off guard with how quickly you started.
Dude, I'm getting good at this. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I actually need to bring this over. But yeah, man, welcome back. Good to see you as always.
Yeah, dude. It's a poopy day outside.
It's
very rainy.
Out. Yeah,
a
little gnarly, but that's okay. Well, we were supposed to have a special guest, but somebody decided they didn't want to do that, and that's okay.
Just never texted you, did he?
No, he never did.
Yeah,
I thought about calling him, but I was like, I don't want to poke the bear too much.
Nah, that's fine. He won't answer that either.
Yeah. Oh, even better. Oh, okay. If I don't answer a text,
he's gonna make you feel awful. He's gonna make you feel like he hates you.
I love that. That's my favorite thing ever. Actually, being held emotionally hostage. Yeah. But it was real cool hanging out with him the other day, man. It was like the first time I've ever seen him in the light of day.
Yesterday?
Yeah. Outside of work, yeah.
What did we do? We got sushi, clear soup. That shit is the best.
Changed my life.
I cursed already.
Hey, you know, whatever. Yeah. We're 2.5 minutes in. We're past the YouTube guidelines. No, yeah, I went into that restaurant like a little hungover. And you recommended the clear soup, and it healed me.
I didn't even recommend it. I just ordered it for you.
That's right. Yeah, it was just like, we're getting this. And spicy edamame, fucking phenomenal.
Good. So good.
I cursed too.
Yeah, there we go.
We're peeling off the Band-Aid. We're ripping off the Band-Aid. It wouldn't be one of our episodes if we didn't curse. Yeah.
I wish I could translate like the sound of you choking that word out, and that would be our name.
Text to speech, yeah.
Just whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah, whatever godforsaken abomination of a language that is. I'm trying to
do that on the keyboard.
There you go. It's like slamming your face into the keyboard. I got to turn on D&D every time.
What's D&D?
Do not disturb. You know.
Is there like a switch on the phone?
Well, there's an option. Let me make sure this isn't the...
I just hit the little switch. But mine, I don't even know if mine can get notifications right now.
You not get service here?
Well, it's on the camera.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
I don't know. I doubt it would pop up right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
How shitty would that be if it like vibrated and then
just dropped
the shot?
Yeah, or like the text message just gets like loud capping yourself.
Yeah.
Your mom texts you like, "Come home now." You're like, "Mom, I'm hanging out with my friend."
My friend's house.
My friend's house. Gosh. Yeah. Well, we hope to see our lovely friend, Mr. Flynn, our one and only. Our one and only. We love him to death.
What's that other guy? Is that the one who goofed on us?
That was the one who goofed on us, and he didn't. He followed and I guess immediately unfollowed. It's for some reason lives in that program, but it doesn't live on our account. So
these things happen to the best.
Yeah, you know, but that's okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we went to that restaurant, and it was great. My steak was like a little cold, but that wasn't the kitchen's fault.
They messed it up. There were multiple points where it could have been much better.
Yeah.
That upset me, actually. I'm still a little upset about it.
I get it. I mean,
I really like that place.
Yeah, you seem to really enjoy it, and like you're trying to show it and share this experience with your friends, and like it just kind of, you know,
it did
a little make that into a beat.
Yeah, they nailed the clear soup. My sushi was great. The edamame was awesome.
Edamame was phenomenal.
They gave you a blue steak.
Yeah,
that was not even hot.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, even
like we really couldn't have complained because we wouldn't have seen it for another 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't usually bitch about that, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we work in restaurants, so like I have a very healthy tolerance of BS in restaurants.
Yeah.
And like I still ate it. Like the fried rice was phenomenal. It had the wok and it was hot. And everything else was great. It was just that steak, man. It seems like it came up too fast. Somebody was trying to make a rare steak that they didn't know how to do, so they ended up serving it blue. And by the time the other thing came up, which is the difference of 30 seconds when you're talking about working with a wok, I mean, the blue steak's already cold. And the server took too long, whatever. There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong, can go wrong when you're serving a steak like that.
Yeah, so that was definitely a kitchen failure. It wasn't like someone left it there because it wouldn't have been blue like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been a lot of
back
things.
Blue?
Huh?
Can it be blue?
I mean, once you're past blue, you're past blue.
Okay, so there's no one going
Nah.
back to blue.
You only go up from there, especially like under heat lamps.
So they fucked it up from the start.
Probably, yeah.
And then maybe it was warm, but it sat.
Actually, no, for sure, because I ordered a rare steak, not a blue steak, and that thing was fucking blue.
Can you order a blue steak?
Absolutely. If you go to like a really nice place, they'll know what a blue steak is, or sometimes it's referred to as a Pittsburgh style steak.
Okay. Oh, that's what y'all were talking about. Okay.
Yeah, Pittsburgh blue.
Well, okay, that makes me a little less mad, but I'm still not happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I should have.
It was edible still.
Yeah, and I was expecting, like, I ate it and it was fine, but I was not expecting a blue steak.
Yeah, that might be a medium rare type of place.
I think it was for sure. It's just typically like, I know how to cook a steak, so I will not eat anything over mid rare. So like I go, it's very very seldom do you go backwards because oftentimes the steak will be overcooked. So that's why I go for rare. So if it hits the table at mid rare, I'll be fine. But it was just they went the opposite way, man.
Yeah.
But still, all in all, a great experience. And then we went and hung out at the mall. It's kind of,
which is crazy because I haven't done that in forever.
I know, it's literally 2008. I was blaring. I was listening to "Sleeping with Sirens" with my emo hair. You know.
Oh man, I need to dig up an emo picture for you too.
Oh god.
Of me.
You went through a phase.
It stopped here, like the tip of my nose.
Yeah.
Perfect sideways bowl.
Yeah, baby, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Everybody had an emo phase, you know.
I had the bowl hair, and then I would have a zip up hoodie that I would only zip up halfway, and my sleeves were always pushed up.
Yep.
No matter how hot it was.
Yep. Sounds like my best friend in school. I think you and I would have gotten along well. You know.
Yeah, we do get along well.
We do get along well.
We're just the evolution of whatever we were.
Yeah, I'm now, you know.
So if you're young and you feel like that, you know, you turn out okay. We've both gotten laid.
A couple times.
Actually. Times. We've had great experiences.
I know what a woman feels like.
I know what you smell like.
I know what you smell like. No, but I mean, it does get better, right? And I think that's something you and I talk about pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Of like, I remember being so like bad off, at least in my own head. You know, it's always your problems are always the worst thing imaginable, right? But like being so bad off a couple years ago and further back, and just never really thinking it'd all work out. But here I am. You know, I mean, still I have bad days, sure, but like things have gotten better. It's improved. It does get better,
dude. I regret the massively. I guess I don't regret it. I mean, it's part of learning, but I had such a narrow view of life.
Yeah, for sure.
Like everything was like a bottle.
Yeah.
It was awful. There's so much.
There's a lot more to life, man.
So much. You can fucking get on a plane tomorrow if you want and to go wherever.
Absolutely.
It's not a good idea.
Are there going to be consequences? Sure.
Yeah.
Can you?
But you can do that, and you might even be able to spin it.
Yeah.
Just anything.
I mean, I think like one of my piece of advice that I will give anybody is to get out of your hometown, including you. Like,
yeah,
you grew up here, huh?
I need to do that more.
And I mean, it's, you know, it's not like a tiny town, but there's a lot of world out there, man.
The problem for me is health, you know, like I can't just go wherever I want to. I need to be within a perimeter of like a hospital that can do transplants.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So most likely when I do move, it'll be to Houston.
Yeah. I mean, Houston's a great place.
Yeah. I like Houston.
Have you considered moving to Houston?
Yeah, but it's a whole thing, you know, like I don't make enough to like buy a place, and I couldn't make enough. I rely on the state health insurance, which will not carry over to another state. The one that happens to be the least inclined to like give away stuff.
Yeah, Texas is pretty strict.
Yeah, it's like Texas or Miami were my options because they're the closest. And Miami is not much better.
In Miami, I always forget how close Florida is to where we are. It's like 4 hours. You can go over like 3 states.
Miami might be like 9 or 10.
Maybe. I don't really know where Miami is, but Florida itself, like the state line, is not that far from here. Where is Miami on the East Coast? Or is that on the West Coast?
I think it's on the
like the West Coast of the peninsula.
East.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I don't either, dude. I've been to I've been to Florida once, but I was a year old, so it doesn't count. You know?
I would love to see Miami. You've been to Florida one time?
Yeah.
That's like everybody here goes to Florida. That's just the beach.
Yeah. No.
That or Alabama.
Yeah, the Floribama thing. Like, I think Orange Beach is a big one.
Yeah, Orange Beach.
I plan on, we were talking about going to the beach at some point. Maybe we should do that. I think that'd be dope.
It'd be cool to go to Miami, but
yeah,
I don't know if we'd survive.
I might not come back.
That'd be dangerous.
But yeah, I went to Florida. I've been all over this country, man, but I was a year old, so it doesn't really count in my opinion. But my family, my dad took my family on a summer-long cross-country trip in an RV. So from like Disney World over to like LA and everywhere in between. So I'm pretty well traveled as far as that's concerned. Like literally, you know.
Yeah. You were carried far distances.
Yeah. My I don't know if I should admit this publicly on the podcast, but
should you?
I don't know.
Should you?
Yeah. I have a nickname and it came from that time and I'll tell you about it. My dad. It's the only nickname I've ever been given.
By who?
By my father. By anybody.
Is it a bad nickname?
No. It's just it is the answer to some of my secret questions on some sensitive things probably somewhere. You know, what was your nickname or whatever. But I've always been so big on nicknames. Like I give everybody in my life a nickname usually. And I've always wanted to have a nickname.
I don't have a nickname.
Oh, this is a hell of a way for you to find out.
Oh shit.
I know. Well,
do I have a nickname?
Kinda.
It's okay. You don't have to tell me.
No, yeah.
You can just keep it in there.
Bitch boy. No, I like you. I kind of like you as the Revenant.
The Revenant.
You kind of coined that yourself.
I love that name.
But I was like, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've always been a nickname guy, and I've given everybody in my life a nickname. And sometimes they don't stick, but I always wanted to have a nickname. But I never got one. You know, my dad has one, and I think maybe that's why I like it so much.
I've always been like hyper attached to actual names. Like I'll say someone's name before I talk to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
You were very direct in that way. I'm the complete opposite. I don't like saying names for some reason.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. It's like I'm not like afraid or anything. I just it's usually a boss or a chica or so, whatever, anything other than the name.
Yeah, I don't understand either way. I guess I feel like it's more personal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like my name growing up, excuse me, I really didn't like it. I didn't like the name Cole. And I don't know why, but now I've like, you know, I'm Cole. Like that is me.
I think it's a cool name.
I think it is. I like it, dude. You were telling me the story behind your name, which was fucking hard.
Yeah. That's what my dad told me. My name is
I fucking believe it.
Zach with a K, Z-A-K.
Goddamn right.
And my dad says that I was named after Zach Wilde. He has 2 Ks, but
yeah, well, shout out Zach's dad.
Yeah.
Well, did your father name you
after a singer that I'm not going to say the name of?
Yeah, yeah. Did your dad name you?
I don't know.
I would assume.
I think they agreed on the names before we were even born.
Maybe it was one of those situations where like, yeah, his name's Zach, and in the back of his head, not telling his wife, like, Zach Wilde. So dope.
They actually had a boy name for my sister ready before they found out she was a girl. Yeah.
So you're a twin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has got to be insane news to the family. Like
if I was my parents, I would have shit my pants.
Yeah. Down both legs.
Like if my dad was gonna run, dude, that would be the time to run.
Yeah, go get some milk and never come back.
Accidental twins.
Dude, sorry to interrupt, but as soon as you said that, I was like, I wish I had the fucking soundboard, shitting and crying and screaming. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But oh hell yeah. Like one kid, especially an unexpected kid, which most of them are, from what I understand. Oh shit. 2 at the same, buy one, get one free, baby. Like
one is
what?
Broken.
Fuck, dude.
One comes out broken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be an immense strain on you mentally.
Yeah, my parents had it rough.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine. Well, like my dad what's the word? He shat him out. He shat all of us out.
He fertilized how many?
Fertilized. He has 6 kids, like legitimate heirs. He has a few others that were stepkids or whatever, or are stepkids. Yeah. And there was a time we thought we had a bastard in the family, but that ended up not being true. But like, my dad had his first kid at 19 years old.
Not that big a deal in like the 40s.
Not that big of a deal back then. Yeah, exactly. But still, by the time he was, I think 25, he had 5 children and a wife.
What you need then is a farm because you got full staff.
Fully staffed, baby. The compendium's looking great.
Yeah, no. Is your brother the biggest?
Oh yeah, he's the biggest son of a bitch.
By like a while?
By a country mile. Dude, because my siblings...
I'd be so happy if I was just like the freak
tall. He's the big dude, yeah. But yeah, all my other siblings, I'm taller than them. It must have been like my mother. So my brother that I talk about was my mother's first child. And my dad, so my brother is his stepson. And I am the only child of my father and my mother together.
So she came with your brother.
Yeah.
And he and her made you.
Yeah.
And he came with 5 other ones.
5 other ones that were full-blown adults at this point.
7 of you.
Yeah, 7 altogether. Okay. And then a few like estranged stepchildren that we do know of. But yeah, so I guess the common factor was my mom, man.
Yeah.
Apparently she was pretty tall for a woman. She was like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, if I'm 5'9", so
yeah, she was a pretty big girl.
Yeah,
you know. And then my fucking brother. I was listening back to one of them. We start talking about his. I'm gonna make you my wife.
You're gonna be my wife.
That was fucking terrifying. You were so sold on it too.
It's hilarious.
Like, okay. It is. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Certified good time. Well, yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
tell me about this.
I think I'm ready to tell you about this book. So we're trying to start a little segment of weird shit that I'm reading.
So Cole is, for anyone who's missed the last ones, Cole likes scary stuff.
Real spooky.
Real
big spooky fan.
Gross, like
3 spoopy 5 me type shit.
Edge of someone's imagination type things.
Yeah, like scouring the fringes of what is can be possible. It's not even acceptable. It's a term I've heard. It's transgressive. Because transgressive. It's just against everything. Mm-hmm. You know, so there are no holds barred.
This is Son of the Slob. And it has a very scary looking baby thing. Is that a baby or is it just ugly?
That's a child.
It's a child or a baby?
It's a
children don't look like this.
It's a child.
Babies look like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way that the child is described, and I'm gonna have to tread really lightly when I'm describing this. Mm-hmm. So this is the second book this is the what's the term? Sequel to the original The Slob. By Aaron Beauregard. Shout out. I heard you had a podcast. You should come on ours. We should talk sometime. That'd be cool. I believe he was awarded the Splatterpunk Book of the Year award. What's up?
What was that?
What was what?
Look at the left screen, top, the big black box.
This here?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is that normal?
No. But we are live. I checked everything else because when we were live, that was still up like that.
Okay.
I don't know what the problem is with it. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, The Slob was the first book that I read in the extreme horror genre, and it was just brutal. It was disgusting. It was horrible. It was one of the worst things I've ever fucking imagined. So I bought the sequel. And this is taking place I think 7 years after the events of the first book. And this child, whose name is Harold, was a byproduct of some extreme abuse. And was brought into this world on just terrible means. So he was brought to term, and he's described at 7 years old as looking as though he could fit in at any dive bar and get in for free. He has 5 o'clock shadow. His hair, he's like starting to grow a skullet. So like he's bald up top, but he has long, greasy ass hair. He's filthy, mentally handicapped, and his teeth are described like black asphalt, but with the yellow divider still running down them. So matte black teeth with yellow lines down them.
Now oh my God. This is because of the father?
This is the father. So he looks almost exactly like his father, who was just an absolute disgusting excuse for a human being, physically and mentally.
Did you tell me about the first one?
I think we've talked about it.
I don't remember.
But so anyway, it's very interesting. It's not it's pretty extreme, but there's a lot of like backstory, and you're learning all this from the perspective of the first character, and it does go into several different perspectives. But the main character, her name is Vera, and she's trying to defend her son and trying to find the light in him because she realizes that this is my son, even though the man that created him and forced this child to be born was evil. And so she was this neat freak, and she had to keep everything clean, but slowly but surely in this book, you realize that she has actually become the monster from the first book. She's become the slob because her house is filthy. The child is filthy. Everything about her is disgusting now. And she's just trying to keep it together.
To please the kid, it says on here. She's trying to basically, oh my God. Even the back of that book is horrible.
I've forgotten what that one. I read this in like 2 days.
It basically says that you're saying that she becomes the guy.
Almost.
And that's saying that she's trying to make the kid happy.
And she is.
So she becomes the guy to make the kid happy.
Basically, yeah.
What happens to the guy?
So the guy, the original guy, yeah, for spoilers, he was, killed by the protagonist in the first book. She escaped wearing nothing but a metal collar and managed to put a whittled fish bone that she held in a cavity and shoved it into his eye. And then she eventually was able to topple him into a vat of acid that was being used to dissolve human beings to be processed. And she escapes.
Processed.
Nice. Into something known as Tinder Young Girl.
Could have done without that one. God, dude, I just don't understand the draw.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah,
it was hard to read.
Does this add anything to like your mindset, just in like your day to day? You know, like does these things add any sort of like scope or pressure or anything? Like, because if I read something like that, I know I would have a different outlook on life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fair statement. Mm-hmm. Not really. I mean, I think I've been thinking about this book just because it's been so terrible. But I love that reaction. I love thinking about something so intensely and just absolutely analyzing it and dissecting it like they do in this book. Now, the first one that I read, which was The Slob, that one kind of haunted me, and it made me kind of want to die. I was like, I did not realize such depravity could exist in a pages of a book, and it was alluring.
It's just like someone had an awful idea, and they're like, I could write that down.
And he did.
And they did.
And he makes a lot of these books.
Yeah. Is there money in it?
Probably. I mean, these are...
That's a nice cover.
The Slob, the titular one, is, I think, one of the most popular in the series, or popular in the genre. And it's received, like, insular meta rewards in the splatterpunk community.
Is that part of the was it splatterpunk?
Splatterpunk, yeah.
God, I don't even want to say those two words.
Splatterpunk.
I want to say those two words next to each other.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, man.
It's just splatter.
You should
I'm not.
You should read a passage.
I'm not.
Come on, man.
No,
here, let me curate something for you.
Oh God, dude! If I get a hint that I'm gonna have nightmares,
he's gonna have.
I had a weird dream, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a dream that I did a thing with my nose with y'all.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was waiting for it to either go really bad or not. It was weird.
Oh yeah. How did that make you feel?
That's all I remember.
You had done it?
I did it with y'all.
Yeah.
Like not a lot, but just a little.
Just enough.
Yeah. The first time I hang out with people in forever, and that's what happens. So I have that kind of fucking dream.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's like, is that like your mind's eye telling you want to do it?
My mind being like, remember how awful this is?
Remember how awful this is?
Yeah. I have nothing in me that makes me want to do it. And that like just adds. Yeah.
I think honestly, some of this.
I also took a Xanax to fall asleep. So.
You're already kind of in an induced state.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jesus. I think reading things like this, first of all, it's distracting because I get so enamored in it.
Like you can't look away like a train wreck.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's get just the absolute worst part of this book.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I took them.
Is it just the two of them, or are there other people involved?
There are several different characters.
Oh, God. I don't want there to be several characters.
Here we go. So start reading from this.
I'm a slow reader.
This passage here, and just see how far you can get, and I'll try to entertain the audience. So I've just curated, probably depending on your version of, or excuse me, your definition of worse, the worst part of the book. The meat and potatoes of it. It's a very brutal scene, what's going on. So the child in the front is the one that is performing these actions, and he's on a chemically induced rage. He's in a chemically induced rage, causing him to do these things, and he's seeing like these visions.
Don't go too far with this.
He's going.
Make sure you don't go too far with this.
Yeah, seeing these visions of his father, who he never knew. But he knows when he's seeing them, this vision that he looks a lot like him, and the things that he's being pulled towards to do, he knows it feels correct. Even though this character is explicitly stated to be very, very mentally deficient.
Is this person alive? No, this person's not alive.
I think she's already deceased at this point.
Yeah, they're not good. I mean...
But the
just
language.
Be a surgeon.
Yeah.
Why do you got to write stuff like that?
I don't know, man.
If you're curious, just go to medical school.
Yeah, just see what the inside of a body looks like.
Or go work on a farm. They'll teach you all about this.
Mm-hmm.
You do this all day.
I mean,
you know how many sickos probably work in a farm?
Oh, too many.
Too many.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you ever
save a horse, ride a cowboy, right?
Did you see that thing a while back? I'm sure they've corrected, but it was Fairlife. You know, the one that are like, we treat cows fairly. And they got caught. Their employees got caught like beating the shit out of the cows.
God,
punching them and being dicks.
Why?
I don't know.
Animals?
I don't know.
Nothing in my life has ever made me want to go punch a cow.
Dude, I don't know. Just like go to a boxing gym.
Yeah, go literally fight another human.
Fucking man. Like I think they're just stupid people who end up in places like that.
That's what it is. It's
primitive.
They can't fucking fight somebody of their own stature. They have to feel bigger than it.
It feels good to get humbled.
It does.
It does. If you're open to it, it's okay.
Everybody needs to be punched in the face one time, man.
Yeah.
I think Mike Tyson said that, and I fucking believe it.
You need to know that shit hurts.
It does. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Mike Tyson, I think the quote is, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah, that sounds more...
Yeah, I always say that everybody needs to be punched in the face once.
Yeah, and then there's also, what was it? Yeah, I don't remember. I had something I forgot.
Fair enough.
But yeah, dude...
Well, there's actually there's a book about cows that I am planning on getting as well.
Another one?
It was the one. I just want to buy it and I want to finish it.
Where did you read it before?
On the internet.
Oh, you pirated the book?
No. As you can see, I am a patron of the arts.
That's not art.
It is art.
This is not art.
You, of all people, are calling that not art.
I'm joking.
I was like, come on now.
No,
this is my special interest.
Your special interest.
It's very special to me.
Yeah, it's the kind of art that I just don't want. I mean, I guess like, and there's rats on the back of it. God,
it's brutal, brother.
Yeah,
but yet it's still more tame than the first one because there's a lot more exposition and like introspection into the characters, and I actually really enjoyed it.
So it's an anime.
There. It's called manga, you fucking dolt.
Whatever, dude.
Oh my god.
Do they do the same thing in manga that they do in anime where they talk forever?
I don't fucking do this. Okay. I can't even. So it's an anime. Oh my god. Okay.
I see them doing stuff like that.
No, yeah. God damn it.
I feel like Italians would have some nasty books.
Oh hell yeah.
I don't know why.
No, I think it's French. I was gonna say I know of an Italian book that's fucked up, but I know the Italians have some weird ass movies. Have you ever heard of? I think it's Solo. I believe it's Solo. I think it's Italian. It's either Italian or French. It's one of those transgressive films that's just disgusting. You should watch it sometime.
See, like, where do we draw the line?
It's not as bad as like that, but there's some very.
But you have to see it.
Yeah, there's some intense imagery. It's not like super gory. It's just like what's going on.
Yeah, they're not afraid to like. I'm not even gonna say it. They're just not afraid of certain things that I don't want to even talk about.
Yeah, I mean, certain things get blurred when you're talking about different cultures, right? Yeah. I think it might be French now. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, it's one of the big, like really fucked up movies out there. I found I don't actually enjoy the movies as much as this because like the movies they can be hard to. Those kinds of movies can be very hard to digest intentionally. So, but this is like I don't know. Just feels it's more my speed. I like reading anyway.
Well, you can stop and start, and whatever it says in there is still a product of your imagination now.
Yeah.
Like your interpretation of it. So I can see that.
I was talking to the shaman about reading, and he was like, he told me, he was like, I think of reading as it's psychedelic. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, well, think about it, man. You're looking at black words on a white page, and then all of a sudden there are images in your head. I mean, that's like inherently psychedelic, and he was just going on about it. It was fucking me up a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I was like, huh, all right. When you put it like that.
I think just life is psychedelic, I mean, if you like pay attention to things, it starts to get weird.
Like what?
Like you fucking go outside and just like watch the rain right now. Like something is going to happen in your mind.
Yeah.
Because you're slowing down enough to pay attention to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your brain does like to play tricks on you. Even a sound, healthy mind has some strange things happen to it.
Who said it's tricks and not just how it is?
Black magic.
What if life is tripping all the time and we ignore it on purpose to make it easier to process?
And every once in a while, you just kind of connect back in for a short moment.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
You're like, wait a minute here.
It's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Like life has it's like an inherent strangeness, and we've learned to try to tackle it and make it okay. But every once in a while, when you let go a little bit, you could kind of connect back to that psychedelic primordial energy.
Everything's moving, you know? It's just always moving.
Yeah. I mean, we are hurtling on a fucking space rock through
Atoms
time.
move, you know? Like if they stop moving, it's like some crazy low temperature.
Yeah.
It like doesn't happen.
Isn't that, what is the absolute zero? Like 0
Kelvin.
degree Kelvin.
Yeah.
It's like negative 273 Celsius or something stupid.
The ideal way to freeze a steak
is absolute zero. When the atoms stop moving.
Yeah, we need to go get it from space. It's the perfect. You've never had steak like this steak.
You've never had steak like this steak.
No.
That should be the tagline of our steakhouse that we're going to open.
We're going to open a steakhouse?
Coming to a city near you. Yes, we're opening a steak. Do you not remember this conversation?
Dude, I don't want to. The only way that I would be involved with a restaurant is if I got to like be co-owner and not have to worry about it at all.
Fair enough.
Like I would
just reap the benefits.
Find a really good manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think about that like with like a gas station or like rental properties.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad if you don't have to deal with it.
Right. I've always kind of entertained the thought of owning a gas station. It seems pretty fucking easy. But like a nice gas station, you know what I'm saying? Like a Benny's situation.
It's robbed, though.
Fuck it. There's insurance for that. I'm sure they have theft insurance.
Yeah, probably.
Which is kind of a fucking wild concept to think about it, but whatever, dude.
The $100 in a gas station.
Yeah, so that cost me $10,000 a year now.
Yeah, costs more than the money that they're stealing.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, the mob did it the best, I think.
Yeah, hey, you look like you need some protection from the windows spontaneously shattering.
Yeah, it'd be a fucking shame if that happened, huh?
Yeah.
You'd hate that, wouldn't you?
We're going to make sure it won't happen.
Yeah, just for the low, low price of a couple of fucking schmeckles a month.
We just want 2%.
2% off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, I think
You just want to be the owner of something?
I just want to own something, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And just have passive income is really what it is.
I don't think that's real.
You know?
No.
Well, I don't think it's real for normal people.
I think it's real once you have like so much money that you don't need it.
Right. The uber elite have passive income.
Yeah. Yeah. Like as defined as like money coming in without working.
Right.
But yeah, there's a point where I was doing the sniffles a lot and I was like, oh, I could fucking get into that. That sounds like a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
But you need so much money to make that start happening that it's like unrealistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. It's like even buying one rental property that's not just an absolute slum. I mean, like I can't afford a house for myself.
Yeah.
Let alone a house for someone that I have to maintain and own.
And you have to hope the fucking AC doesn't go out, the washer and dryer, the roof doesn't catch a flying tree, which happens a lot here.
Yeah. Or flooding, God forbid.
Or flooding, yeah. Flood insurance in flood zones is bad and it's not good. Landscaping is a pain in the ass.
Regular maintenance of the property.
Yeah.
Painting.
Bugs, if there's bugs.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
And then people wreck the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you take my $400 deposit. You know, like it seems like a lot of work. But, you know, if I ever do venture out into anything else, I think that would be... I don't think I'll ever stop cooking. I don't think I'll ever stop doing that professionally. I actually had a conversation with my boss the other day, and we were talking about basically just like everybody knows, like, what would you do if you hit the lottery? I don't remember how we got to that, and I genuinely said and kind of surprised myself because he was telling me what he wanted, and I respected that. And I was like, well, if I just never had to work again, I think I'd go stage in a 3 Michelin star kitchen in New York City right now.
Yeah. Let's get a nice place in New York.
Yeah, and go work in the best kitchens ever, which kind of surprised me, but I was very genuine. I was like, okay, I still love this. It was nice.
Yeah.
Because his answer wasn't necessarily surprising, but...
What was it?
Hey, he wanted to live a simple life, you know, and I don't disrespect him for that. You know, he was like, he's got his kid, you know, and he wanted to basically, in so many words, just go fucking buy a farm and hang out there. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. You know, like, more power to you. But my answer kind of surprised me. I was like, yeah, I think I really would do that. Like, I'd go fly to France right now.
I would want a stable home, and then the rest of it would be to follow whatever chaotic whim I have at the moment.
You'd become a supervillain, bro.
If I
you would become a
had the
supervillain.
means to follow every psychotic break that I have, which is said several a week, dude, I would be the most like diversified, insane person ever.
Oh god, the eccentric
People like me
billionaire.
cannot have money.
What would your first insane whim as newfound ruler of the human race?
No idea, because you know you're always like, well, it'd be nice if I had this or that. Or whatever, it'd be cool to go here. But as soon as you have like potential in your hand, you're like, oh my god.
You're like paralyzed by choice almost.
I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be?
I'd just be like, oh man.
Oh.
I would just immediately escalate whatever it was.
I've been waiting for this.
Whatever the thought, well, like if it was like, let's fly to Japan and have like a week there, I'd be like, let's take a boat, let's take a yacht to Japan and fucking buy a house there.
There you go. There you
Just
go.
live there until we don't want to anymore.
Yeah, and say, fuck that house. And just burn it.
Burn it.
What are they gonna detain me? I'm rich.
It'd be fun.
Honestly,
It'd be fun to destroy a whole house.
it would. Just commit a little arson.
Yeah.
Just a little though.
I would hate to destroy a Japanese house because they're beautiful.
Well, that's why you build your own and like ham fist a modern American, like a Texas style ranch into the Japanese mountainside.
New Orleans shotgun house.
Even better. Yeah. And then burn it.
And then burn it down.
You'd be doing a service.
Then it would be a service, yeah.
Exactly.
And like the road is like a Louisiana road just by driveway.
Yeah,
It's the shittiest one in
all
Japan.
authentic potholes. You bring in a specialist from fucking like Hammond.
Yeah.
The guy who built those fucking roads is like, I need you to fuck them up just like you did these here.
Just hire Wile E. Coyote to go nuts on that motherfucker.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh my god. The authentic Louisiana hole or pothole road. That's great. I bring a little bit of the swamp with me everywhere I go.
Put like a car out front on some cinder blocks.
Yes. And you're like start burning copper wire or like batteries.
Why?
I don't know. That's like the white trash thing to do.
What does that mean?
You've never seen somebody burning wires?
No. What?
Oh god.
Why would you burn wires?
For the copper. To get the plastic off. So you can get more meth.
But they sit there in the front of their yard and like throw wires into a fire.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like for the fire,
It's
but
not good for the copper to do that.
well, it works. It works, brother. Dude, I guess I've seen some shit.
Burning wires.
You've never seen that?
That is so fucking low.
It was a wild thing to see. I was like, oh.
I'm sorry if anybody who watches this really needs to do that for money, but that is fucking insane.
Hey man, you're my people. I'm a fucking hillbilly through and through. Don't get me wrong.
How much do you make off of wire burning?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Just enough, huh?
Yeah, just enough. I don't know how much copper goes for, but it's not a good business. Like probably working at McDonald's would, especially now in the current day, they pay like $21 an hour. It's fucking ridiculous. But
might do it for you.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get by. Yeah, God, that brought back a whole ass memory, man. I was like, I just should not be here right now. Why the fuck am I here?
I wouldn't want to witness that.
It was strange.
That would put me right there in the moment. Be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I watched a pig like molest a ball, and then.
Did you really need to say that?
Well, he did. It was like an exercise ball, and he was that porker was porking. And I held a little piggy named Dolly. She was a little baby piglet, and she was great. And then me and this guy I met in rehab got real fucking high together.
Again, we are posting these.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want you to. We agreed that from.
I know. I'm sorry.
We would
try to tone it
best
down.
interest. We
Try to turn it down. Yeah. I just had to get that off my chest.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, we're a little.
That's
crooked.
honestly the worst thing so far. Like, that's
Yeah.
worse than that.
I don't think that's the worst thing
That
we've
shit
ever said.
Scares me. Hillbilly shit scares me.
It's pretty wild.
I am allergic to it now. I've seen it.
I've seen it too.
You know, like you sit on sitting on a couch in the front yard with like a kiddie pool for your feet type shit.
Yeah, there's like
there's a trash pile with like a tire and some cans in there.
Always a 2-liter getting passed around too.
And someone has shot it.
Oh, multiple times.
With a pistol.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah. It's like a broken TV from the 40s.
Yeah, was that too much? I thought that was pretty tame. Now I'm getting in my head about it.
I just get scared about these things.
That's fair. I mean, I'll tell that to anybody. I don't know if YouTube
like what you said was too much.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't think that was too far.
Okay. No, I get scared about it too because I'm like, I don't know if you're willing to burn copper wire in your front yard. Like, what are you gonna do to me if I piss you off? You know?
It's just like, I don't know. Like, there's so little copper in a wire.
I know.
They don't make them to be full of fucking copper. It's not like the premium wire you're getting a hold of. You know?
No, yeah. It's. I remember going through Hot Springs the last time. There was this. They're doing a lot of construction on the way I go up, and there was this giant like spool that was like made out of steel. It was huge, and they spray painted on it, "Not copper, don't steal." And I was like, God damn it. Okay, I'm back home. Yep, that's it. Just. Like, you know, they were gonna try too. Like, I bet that's a lot of copper out there, boy.
Some people might be like, they're just lying about it.
They're lying.
Copper.
That's copper.
Yeah, there's copper in there.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm not above it, but I'm actively trying to run away from that.
Yeah, I feel like you get more copper from just like robbing a store. You know?
Well, like pennies?
Just find like not pennies. I mean, like go to like Lowe's or something and steal a copper pipe.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn wires.
There you go. Well, but you don't have the obfuscation factor. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the fucking. You're not like crawling under a house to steal it. You have to go into a store in daylight or break into it.
Is that where they get the wires? They get it from beneath the house?
Probably. This incident I'm talking about. This guy was like he would strip cars for a living. He was not. You know, I don't know the situation. I was there for like a day. It was weird. But he would take the wires out when he would get done with them. He would like salvage them, and then he would just ball them up and fucking burn them. And that was like a little extra bonus. That was like the copper wire burning was not the primary source of income, but it was a part of it.
Okay.
Sorry, I guess I should have prefaced that a little bit more or expanded on that
it's
more.
Nice that they're recycling the metal.
Yeah. Thank God. Yeah, there were big recyclers around that part. Every Mountain Dew bottle was thrown into the carefully selected can receptacle.
We recycle.
Yeah, we recycle around here.
I bet you if someone was like doing meth, like a lot of meth, they'd be real good at recycling.
Oh, dude, sorting things. Tweakers. Like put them in a Goodwill. Have them sort the shit. Yeah, tweakers being real good at recycling would be that's just the truth.
Sorting things.
You get oh my God, and eventually you get a tweaker with like 20 years of sorting experience, and he can tell by the way it smells when it comes off the truck if that's good plastic or not.
Like the weight of it.
Yeah, he's like, I know that ain't. They got the polypropylenes in there or whatever the fuck, you know.
It's like being able to tell if your egg's cooked yet.
Yeah, it's like a sixth sense. But for plastic recycling.
Can you? I don't think you can recycle plastic. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You know what they do with that though? It's not like you're not like doing a huge service to the universe.
No.
They make it into like a shitty lawn chair that's gonna break as soon as someone who's older than 12 is gonna sit in it.
Yeah, I watched a whole video on how especially plastic recycling is actually kind of a scam, which was kind of heartbreaking. Reduce, reuse, recycle is a goddamn lie.
Yeah, it's like to put responsibility on consumers.
Yep.
For the waste of like a corporate.
Yeah, and it's definitely not Nestle going into African countries and you keep looking over there. Is there a demon behind me?
No, there's no demons.
What are you looking at?
I thought there was a demon up there, but it's actually just a hook for your blinds.
That's fucking terrifying.
Sorry.
Don't play with me.
Thought it was a little thing crawling, but it's not. Demon in my head canon is roaches. Yeah, that's what I call them.
That is the closest living thing that we have on this earth to a demon.
They suck.
They're the worst.
They don't even do anything. They just suck.
What? Okay, no,
fucking awful.
What is a roach for? Like a water bug? Like what do they add to the environment?
They clean up.
They feed off detritus, right?
Yeah. Detritus.
Detritus. Yeah.
Yeah, they eat like just shit, like dust bunnies. Which is why you find them like crawling on shit.
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah, and they love water, so if you're gonna see one, it's gonna be in a kitchen or a bathroom.
Oh my god, I'm getting like fucking. Sorry. The bugs down here are fucking atrocious. Yeah. Like my house is not like the cleanest house ever, but I try to keep a clean house, and I will find a fucking roach in there every once in a while. They just get in.
There's nothing you can do.
It makes me feel gross.
It's not your fault. They like the water, and they hate the fucking rain, and they hate the heat. So
my house is.
They find anywhere they can go. Yeah.
Oh god.
Louisiana sucks.
God damn. You know what I used to hate as a kid, man? You know what? We have cicadas here, right?
I have no idea. I call them locusts.
Locusts, yeah.
Which is probably different.
I believe those are different. But yeah, cicadas, the things that come out every like 7 years.
Yeah, you told me about the horde.
The swarm.
The zombie horde.
Yeah.
Just go eat whatever.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's a throwback.
That steal children from their families and leave their balloons they were carrying to float into the distance.
Jimmy, no!
Like a pile of balloons up in the sky.
Oh my god!
Locust victims.
Fucking locust funeral.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Locust funeral.
Was that like that was in the Bible, right? Like locusts went to Egypt and fucking wrecked havoc.
I'm pretty sure that was a biblical thing. Yeah. I know of the locust plague, but I think that was in the Bible.
If I had to invent religion and I saw that, it would absolutely be part of the religion.
Oh yes, brother, that is a sign from a malevolent god. He hates you, and it's your fault. And here's these fucking death bringers.
You will not eat this winter.
You shall starve. Yeah, no, it's like the worst thing ever, actually. Have you ever seen the Righteous Gemstones?
No.
It's fucking hilarious. It's on HBO Max. Danny McBride is one of the writers, and he stars in it. There's a scene in there where they have a plague of locusts, and it's haunting. Like, it's comedic, but it's also like it just, oh god, it's so long. It's like a fucking 10-minute scene, and it's just fucking terrible. But it's like, it's filmed in Charleston, where I'm from originally, and or at least a lot of it is. And it's just like basically a goof on like mega churches and like the families that run them. So it's a comedy, but that particular scene is it's brutal. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, to watch those. And everything else, that was like, it was hard to watch, but everything else in that show was just pure fucking comedy gold.
Yeah. Dude, so Sunday night, I was at work late because I had a fucking table that wouldn't leave.
Naturally.
They were there like an hour past close.
Lord.
Yeah, it really sucked. And then
PSA, don't do that.
Yeah, please don't. But it's not like we closed late, you know, like it wasn't like a horrible time.
Right.
But I was getting hungry. And when I got home, went into the kitchen and I saw 2 roaches on the ground just like bumping. And I went to the fucking gas station and got some pretzels and like holed up in my room. Ate half the bag and went to sleep.
Just like knees to your chest. Like, they're gonna go away. They're gonna go away.
No, they won't be there in the morning.
They won't be there
at breakfast.
You didn't kill them?
Fuck no, dude.
You let them scurry. You let them run amok.
They are poisoned. They're not gonna live.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna find them fucked up somewhere.
I was like, you let them run amok in your domicile.
Here's the thing. Sometimes you can't fucking catch them. And what really sucks is when they're like ball game and they fucking whip out the jets and fly at you. I'm not doing it.
They fucking turbo boost and just at you. Oh,
like, I need like a shotgun that won't destroy the house and won't ricochet and hit me in the eye, and then I'll be confident.
Yeah,
to go after those things.
Like a roach seeking shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a salt shotgun, but a little more deadly.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't hurt them. Would it?
I don't know. It'd have to be almost like subatomic particles, at least microscopic particles to hit the fucking things.
Some depleted uranium fucking bullets.
Turn your fucking house into Chernobyl just from roach killing.
It kills everything that comes in here.
I know you don't smoke, but I just got this image in my head of you like, you're sitting there in like a wife in a tank top and you're like smoking. And it's just like a dimly lit area, but there's like a single beam of light coming from your kitchen. You're just sitting there waiting with a shotgun in your hand. It's just like waiting for the fucking things to come out. And you just as soon as the one crosses the threshold. Fucker.
Smoking my atomic cigarette.
Yeah.
Dude, how sick would it be if you lit a cigarette off of fucking like a plutonium rod?
That'd be the hardest thing.
So awesome.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Can we source some? Never mind. I just want to smoke off an officer. The ATF always trying to get a man down. I mean, if I if I knew I was certainly going to die within the next week, obviously there'd be a lot of things that I would do, right? But that would be one of them. Is fucking starting a dart off of a plutonium reactor. I wonder what it would taste like.
Probably, I don't know, dude. You ever seen that story of I forgot what they call them. They were like the uranium girls or something. They used to make like clocks or some shit like that. And they were these women in like the 40s. And they made like part of the material was like nuclear, like it was radioactive. And they were taught to like dip paintbrushes and then like put it in their mouth and pull it through their lips, and then their jaws fell off. Like they looked,
God,
it zombified their face.
No, that is insane.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called, but
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like 40 women. Working in this place.
That's a very specific thing.
Yeah, I don't remember what they were making. It was something like, maybe it was like ties. Like they were making like ties.
Yeah.
Or bow ties.
I'd love to learn about that. I love like...
That'd be your thing. You'd be into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I'm into that 100%.
Fuck, what were they making?
The way you said that, it sounded kind of mean.
Uranium girls, was it?
Maybe. You ever seen the... I think it's uranium. The old... Like from the 50s and 60s, the glow-in-the-dark glasses. The crystals.
They put that shit in everything back
then.
Man.
Man.
It was in board games.
It's so cool though. Like it's a crystal glass with like a green incandescence, and there's orange ones too, which I think is plutonium. Radium. It's radium, which I have that poster. I think it's radium is in there. And it has this beautiful orange hue, and I want them so bad, but I cannot have them. But yeah, that gave a lot of people uber cancer. Yeah. Imagine.
Dude, the guy someone was like, oh shit, this stuff glows. Like we can make all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Let's put it in like soda.
Shiny light.
Put it in drinks and food and stuff.
Dude, Nuka-Cola.
And then like 15 years later, they're like, wait a minute.
Wait. Oh my fucking God.
So I was like, shit.
Johnson, get in here.
How many of those board games did we sell?
Well, I'll say about 5,000 units.
Shit.
Oh.
What did we put on the box? Fun for the whole family.
Fun for the whole family. Come on and get them down. Come down to your local Bullworths and buy Atomic Destruction.
They're talking about it, and then they just drop the transatlantic accent. And they're like, shit.
Fuck.
We fucked this up.
Well, my dear boy, time to pack our bags and go to Bolivia.
Well, dear boy, it's time to start a war in the East.
Yes.
You do it in the draft.
We need a distraction is what we need. And we've talked about that accent before, right?
I don't know.
Do you know anything about it? It's such a unique accent.
Well, it's called the transatlantic accent. And It's basically like, it was completely fabricated. Nobody actually talked like this.
You're telling me nobody sounded like this?
Actors did it to sound more British, so that they sounded nicer. Movies
more like erudite, elegant,
which is hilarious.
Well, my dear boy,
they would like roll their R's.
Huh?
Yeah,
I love it though. Like watching those old school movies. It's so interesting.
Looking at me,
you don't. His name's Harold.
I'm not calling him Harold.
His name's Harold. He's a sweet boy. He likes rats.
Fucking disgusting.
His favorite cartoon is Pinky and the Brain.
I don't even know what that is.
You've never. Yeah, you do. Wait.
Pinky and the Brain?
Pinky and the Brain, yeah.
What?
It's an old cartoon.
Is it horrifying looking?
It's kind of weird.
I bet it's horrifying.
It's like a Ren and Stimpy type vibe, you know that?
Oh, yeah. That shit was weird.
That was a wild one.
Fuck a kid up.
Yeah. I kind of want to watch that show.
Did you ever see a clip? You've never seen any of it? Or have you seen
I've seen clips of Ren and Stimpy.
I saw a clip where he was like going into detail on how he was going to kill somebody.
Jesus.
Like... For like 5 minutes, like a 5-minute monologue.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's for children.
Pretty crazy.
Have you seen the one where he's like torturing a fly?
No.
And he's like ripping the wing off? Is
that where Deftones got the idea from?
In the House of Flies? I watched you.
Maybe. Change.
Change, yeah. Maybe. I don't know, dude. It was like obviously cartoonish and kind of funny because it was animated like that. But I was like,
it's like actually horrible.
It was kind of brutal.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty gnarly. I'll have to show it to you. But
how can anybody say life back then was better than it is?
God, dude, being in the 90s, it's got to be like
everybody was dying from
heroin, cigarettes, McDonald's. I think like the 90s were
everything. The 80s is when shit like food started going fucking sideways. TV dinners.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But I feel like the 90s were probably worse with it because it got more refined, thusly worse, more processed, I should say.
There was a moment in there where people were like, maybe we should start worrying about our health. And I don't remember when it was.
Nah, fuck that. Let's bang some more horse. No, yeah. I mean, the day and age.
90s? Was that a horror era?
90s horror? 90s horror? Yeah.
Horror.
You're calling me a whore.
I'm asking you.
If I'm a whore?
Were the 90s full of horrors?
Full of horrors.
I feel like there would be decades where it'd be like you're just more likely to find them. You know?
I mean, well, definitely the 70s, right?
70s, got it.
Yeah.
That's when
all
like the classic like ideas of porn.
Yeah, and like and like that's when crabs got invented, or that was 60s, I think. Crabs.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude. Yeah, man. I don't know. I've heard that before. I don't know if it's actually true, but basically the guy was like, yeah, all those damn hippies, like, you know, they were making love to each other with long ass hair. It's like unironically telling me this. And he's like, them damn hippies.
Someone told you this?
Yeah.
Where?
In a kitchen. It was my first chef. He was the most vile motherfucker I've ever met. And I loved him to death. But he's like, yeah, man, at Woodstock, all the hippies were like, you know, fucking shaking hair on each other's pubes. And they're actually, I know this isn't true because I'm about to tell another story. But he was like, yeah, it's like it all got fucked up. So my dad told me about crabs. So he was in Korea in the 50s, right? So he was in the army, and he was telling me, this was like one of the first dirty jokes he told me when I was older and old enough to understand it. He's like, you know what crabs are? It's like, yeah. Like, man, they used to be a fucking problem in the army. And I was like, I bet they were, Dad. I was like, yeah, dudes would like intentionally take them and like put them in your bunk. So like they'd pick their crabs off and they'd put them in your bunk and like put them on toilet seats and shit.
It's so fucked up.
Well, it was 1950 something in the army.
Yeah, they had no way to deal with it.
Yeah. So he told me, he was like, yeah, the only way we got to deal with them, or the only way we knew how to deal with them, is you would sit on the toilet, you grab your razor, and you grab an ice pick, and you shave a patch right above your dick. And as soon as you see one of those little fuckers run across that patch, you stab it. I was like, what?
There's no good outcome for
I was
that.
like, what the fuck?
That's not the way to deal with this.
He was being so serious too. I was like, I know you're joking, but like,
It's
what the
real.
fuck?
There's no way.
But yeah, he just.
You'd have to be so accurate.
There's no way. Yeah, he was obviously joking, but he was so deadpan with it that it kind of. I was like, what? There's a reason I am the way I am. Thanks, Pops.
Because of your nickname.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know it, but I don't want you to have to say it right here.
Girth Brooks.
What?
Girth Brooks.
What? He really called you that?
Girth Brooks. Yes, my father called me Girth Brooks because I was fat.
What an asshole.
No, I'm just kidding. That's what they called me in high school, though.
What?
All the shorties.
The short people?
No, the shorties. The shouties. Yeah. They called me Girth Brooks. Or Beer Can.
How much beer do you have to drink to just be called Beer Can?
Not about the beer, brother.
Not like the machine.
Nope. It's not about the beer either.
Beer can.
It's about the shape of it. You're not picking it up, are you?
Look like a fucking beer can.
It's not my physical stat. Oh my god.
I'm not getting it.
My willy, bro. It's a wiener joke. Woo. I fucking had to spell it out for you. Girth Brooks, I could see kind of getting misconstrued because I'm a tubby lard, you know. Like he was calling you fat, and then beer can, like. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm blaming you for that delivery.
Hey man, listen. Hook, line, and sinker. I'll be here all week, folks.
You messed that up. That's not my idiot fault.
Yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah, I'm bad at jokes. All right, fucking sue me. But yeah, Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks, man.
Mm-hmm. Also, one of my favorite deathcore songs. Shout out Bro Job.
What?
Also, one of my favorite deathcore songs.
Did you say Bro Job?
Shout out Bro Job.
What is that?
It's some bullshit. Best viewers on.
Does it want us to buy something?
I don't want to pay you money, brother.
No.
I'm just not going to do it.
I'd rather just like not have the views.
Yeah, I'd rather just hang out.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patronage, though.
The fucking beer can.
They call me Beer Can. You know?
Chode, right?
Yeah, just like a really long, really
talking
girthy,
like a regular or a tall boy.
like a Milwaukee's Best, like a 32 ounce.
I've never had a Milwaukee's Best.
That's good. You should keep it that way. Okay. They're horrible.
I don't know why, dude, but if it comes to alcohol, I'm gonna have a certain pride for Louisiana. I don't know why.
What do you mean?
I just feel like middle America is like kind of hicky to me.
Oh yeah, it's the heartland,
and we have like we're professional drinkers.
Oh, dude, yeah, motherfuckers down here drink differently.
Yeah,
it's scary to me sometimes. I fit in, but it's like a long, like you guys have a lineage of heavy drinking and partying.
Hammered. Yeah. What do you see? I'm curious.
Just the level of how many people drink and how much they drink, and how often you do. That's what you do down here. It was part of the reason I came down here. I mean, I don't see people like puking in the streets every day. You do in New Orleans, but that's also just tourists. But like, I've been hanging around this part of town long enough that I start to see the same regulars, and it's a large crowd. They all go to the same bars at the same time, and they're pounding them back, man. It's got to be good to be a bartender around here.
No, because a lot of people don't have money here.
That's fair.
This is like the affluent part of Baton Rouge.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, I remember back when I first started working in restaurants before COVID happened.
Yeah.
We would go like fucking probably 25, 30 of us would go, and just tray after tray of shitty tequila shots would come out.
Jesus.
It was like,
you went with that many people?
Oh yeah, the whole restaurant would go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like a magical time.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like peak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ruined it for myself because I started doing the and then
that's how you started doing that.
Start isolating. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still fun, you know.
I love going out with my coworkers, man. Some of them, most of them.
Yeah, I could have fun with some of them.
I mean, like everybody
doing that would suck.
Yeah. I'm not really the vibe of that. I'm not really into the vibe of that.
Yeah. I'd rather like, you know what's really fun that never happens is like getting everybody to a restaurant, like just get a big party.
Yeah.
That shit is so much fun. It's so much fun.
I'm coming around to the idea of it. Mm-hmm. Like we were talking the other day about like, you know, going outside with your friends and doing things. And it's like, I kind of forget that that's what life's about. That's what a restaurant's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be your punishment.
It's not eternal hell. It's like a place. It's a special occasion
where you and your friends go and eat.
Yeah,
and you don't have to feel. Family. Yeah, you don't have to feel some type of way about doing that. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to like formally, publicly thank you for like allowing me to experience that again. Mm-hmm. Because you have been a big part of that and big driving force in it.
Yeah, you've been getting me out of the house.
Right there with you.
Yeah.
We're good for each other.
I felt so liberated yesterday when I didn't allow the tip to be 20% because of how shitty the service was.
Yeah, man. No, 100%. I'm a big proponent of not tipping off based off service. Mm. I don't give a fuck, man.
I default to 20%, but like
me too. Usually,
that was the first time I've ever been like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
not this time.
Well, there's a like bad service and okay service. If it's okay service, it's 20%. If it's exceptional, negligent. Yeah, that was bad.
Poured fucking water all over the table.
And didn't even apologize. Didn't say anything.
Didn't wipe it up.
Didn't do a damn thing.
Didn't ask if your shit was okay.
I poured all over. I forgot about it. I blocked that part out. Yeah.
Yeah. She never did that.
Huh. There was one time we went out. I had been.
And she brought us a Coke that we didn't fucking order.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
The steak was cold. That was not her fault. But like the whole. Yeah, you're right, dude. The whole experience was just not great.
I'm still upset about it, dude.
You're very indignant. I can tell. Mm-hmm. And I respect that. So it was definitely not a 20% situation.
Of the three of us, I will be the crazy.
Be the problem. Mm-hmm. Don't be part of the solution. Be the entire problem.
Yes. You guys can salute.
So like, I don't remember. I think it was like day after New Year's. Basically just long ass shift. I barely slept. I was exhausted. My friends wanted to go out, so we went out. And this IHOP had become kind of notorious because there was like some really shitty incident of somebody being just like ugly to a guest, like not just like get out, like being like racist or like something, like just you don't ever want to see that. Anyway, ever since that had happened, the thing had gone down, but we went to IHOP anyway. Service was terrible. Everything was wrong. There was a hair in the food. We had to send back things, blah, blah, blah. But the fucking the worst part was this lady spilled an entire fucking tray of water on me. And of course, we're like profusely apologizing and all that shit. And I was like, whatever, it's fucking fine. I insisted that my friend group leave 2 pennies on the table. And that's what I did. That was her tip, was 2 pennies.
Damn.
That was something I learned from my dad. And it was like, it's just like an exceptional, like an exceptionally bad incident.
That's worse than being stiffed.
Yeah.
I'd rather not get any money.
Exactly. You have to pick up 2 pennies. And it didn't really make me feel good. And I don't like that I did that now because it is kind of like degrading. But I was also like the worst restaurant experience of my life.
Yeah. It sucks because you can't really blame most of that on the server. But then if they drop a thing of water on you,
yeah,
shit happens. I've seen shit happen. I knew a guy who dropped water on a baby, like laying in a crib.
Oh God!
Dropped water on it, and drowned the fucking kid a little.
little precursor to waterboarding.
Yeah,
hope you like this.
Congratulations, you're afraid of water now.
Yeah, you're never gonna swim, child.
I wouldn't. I mean, like that sucks. That whole thing sucks.
That was a little rude of me.
I wouldn't 2 penny. I would probably like maybe 5.
I 2 pennied her.
Leave a little $5 and just be like, I wouldn't even say anything.
I was pretty indignant. I'm not gonna lie.
People who write mean messages on things need to get fucked.
Yeah, like why, dude? It's not that important. Leave and never come back.
Leave a shitty tip.
Yeah,
that's enough.
You don't have to be like, and you're stupid and ugly and I hate you.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't need to tell me about how the kitchen fucked up everything and it's my fault.
Worst place ever. Yeah, that's what fucking Yelp is for.
Yeah.
Go on the internet like an adult and like badmouth us.
Go pretend to be a fucking reviewer.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's a fucking critic now.
A critic. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finally like ripped the Band-Aid off and read our Google reviews at the restaurant that we work at, and they were not bad. A lot of them were very like high praise, and then there was one in particular that kind of lives in my head, which I kind of regret reading. And that's why I intentionally strayed away from it, because I knew I was going to see something I didn't like. And I did.
I didn't know we had any bad ones.
Yeah, there's a few.
What do they say?
Oh, I don't even remember, honestly. I just remember it being bad. I think it was something to do with... Honestly, I can't recall now that I'm actually being pressed for it. But I remember it was a bad review. It was a 1-star. And the guest was not happy. And I did not like seeing that. Was
it like food?
I think it was food and a little bit of service. But it just kind of took some wind out of my sails. Like we pride ourselves on what we do. But I mean, most of it, like 99% of the fucking reviews are just 5-star ranting about the service and the food. So it was 4.7 on Google.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about reviews because it only takes one little crazy dude to come in there and, he'd be like, I want pineapple on my shit. And we're like, we don't have pineapple.
Fuck
and
you.
Now he fucking hates us.
Are you talking about yourself in third person?
Huh? No.
You remember that one time?
You remember that pizza? A pineapple?
Yeah,
that shit was good too.
Shit was kind of gas, yeah.
Pretty awesome. I made a big deal about it, and everybody looked at me like I was stupid.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I think that was honestly like kind of like the start of our friendship.
Probably. Yeah. Hey, Cole, can you put this pineapple on this pizza?
Can you make a pizza out of this? It was pepperoni, mozz, red sauce, pepperoncini, and pineapple.
Yeah, dude, it was a good ass pizza.
It was a good time. It was very acidic.
Yeah, before work one day. Actually, let me back up. Several days before this shift, I was like, dude, if I bring a pineapple, will you fucking make the pizza? Will you make this pizza? I've got a concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I showed up with a fucking pineapple.
He really did it, and it kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
I was like,
did it?
Yeah, I was like, I make that shit. Like, okay, you do what you say. Okay, that's crazy.
I don't even like our pizza anymore. I've had it too much.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
It loses, it lost its something.
I've definitely, I will eat our pizza, but I see it every fucking day. Yeah. I have eaten it a lot.
It's kind of like it's gone from a grape to kale. It's not like it lost the magic, and now it's just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, like now it is. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's good, but it's off.
Yeah, it's like you want to eat it, and you should eat it in that metaphor, but like you could do without. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kale. Yeah, But I mean, you know, there are guests that come in and regular people that eat it constantly, man. I mean, obviously they probably don't eat it as much as we do.
They probably have a better stomach than I do.
Yeah,
that's a big factor too.
Yeah, I mean, that pizza's not an easy thing to digest. It's heavy.
Fuck, dude.
Some of them are anyway.
And we don't really. I think ours is easier than like Pizza Hut or something.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's not as much crust.
But it's still, you know, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know? God, dude, I want Pizza Hut so bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is so good.
I've got a...
If you want the pizza poppers, the cheesy pops, whatever the fuck it's called, cheesy bites.
Cheesy bites?
You have to get a large. Doesn't that suck?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's trash, yeah.
I would want like a small one. Like the little 4 pieces.
Like pizza donut holes. Yeah, I'm into that. Now I've got a pickup order at Walmart. And I gotta get I bought groceries for the month, basically, and I spent a fucking $100 and it almost made me puke.
That's not bad for a month.
It's not, but I just I've been so cognizant about money recently with the shit coming up and like just everything.
Mm-hmm. So you bought a light.
Yeah, so I bought a light. I spent $50 on a light and a bookshelf because I'm super stressed about money.
The best thing to do when you're stressed about money is to spend it.
I agree.
Spend what you have.
Yeah, just go broke, actually.
Go for broke.
I mean, like, it's going to be all right. But I don't know. I don't like worrying about money, which I guess I'm in a good position to not necessarily have to.
I don't think that was the Rangers.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I said go for broke. And then I said, like, the Rangers, and I don't think that's the Rangers.
The Rangers?
Like the military unit. That's a slogan for some unit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, the fucking hockey team.
Your shit is Rangers lead the way or something.
I think it's Rangers lead the way, yeah.
Who the fuck is go for broke?
Go for broke? Like Brokeback Mountain?
No, they don't break back mountain.
They don't
break mountain back.
Do cowboy butts make you go nuts?
No.
No?
Cowboy butts?
Yeah, like in Wranglers.
Your butt has to be deformed by riding a horse all day, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got that like bow-legged gait. You got like permanent diaper butt, you know?
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. Howdy, partner.
Like an O shape between your legs.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Why are cowboy pants so tight?
To show off that.
To show off the cow booty?
Yeah, the well-formed gluteus.
The glute that can deadlift a fucking cow
just fucking
out of a herd. Yeah.
Can you imagine being a like a farmhand like that, like a cow rancher? I think it'd be kind of gas, like in modern day.
I wouldn't want to deal with it because you probably have to like deliver babies and kill things.
Yeah.
You have to like look into its eyes as it is born and then kill it fucking 10 years later after you named it.
Damn.
Yeah. You gotta milk its mom.
Yeah.
That's a brutal fucking.
Now that you're saying it like that.
There's a lot of nasty. You like shoveling shit.
Yeah. A lot of shit shoveling.
You're working every day. You can't take a break.
No. And like hard labor.
Yeah.
In the heat.
Yeah.
Outside. Okay. You know, I'm convinced I'm not doing it. I'm not built for the fucking cowhand life, brother.
That's a hard life.
It is. Have you ever seen Yellowstone?
No.
It's a good show. I haven't seen all of it, but I've watched quite a bit of it, and it's really good. It's kind of like that, but it's its own unique entity. It's a really, really great show.
Sorry. I'm not in a cowboy mood lately.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm always in a cowboy mood.
How are you?
Not really. I saw an Instagram post of I think it's literally, the account is literally called Cowboy Butts and Wranglers. And so
is that recommended to you?
Listen. Hey. We listen and we don't judge.
Cast it online now and see what we
Yeah, dude, you never know. I liked it. I sent it to actually I sent it to our newest subscriber. So
did you?
Yeah, on our Instagram. Not this guy, not Flynn, the other guy.
Oh, the
one
weirdo.
We work with. No, the one we work with.
Oh.
He's our newest subscriber on YouTube.
There's a weirdo on there.
Who's a weirdo?
The first guy.
First guy?
I almost unfollowed him.
On Twitch?
No. On what are we talking about?
On YouTube, bro.
Oh, never mind.
Who's the weirdo?
On Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram.
Strange.
Oh, dude, that was fucking.
That scared the shit out of me.
The like Dean's shit or something. I don't want to dox them, but I know what you're talking.
Say the fucking name.
Well, fucking whatever.
No, not fucking.
Not fuck him. Fuck it. I just said it wrong. Yeah, that account followed me first.
Your personal?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, whatever. You know, they're followed by some of the people I follow.
Oh, well, then it's probably not.
Yeah, I just don't know who it is. I even asked my boss. I was like, because he follows a bunch of people and he knows a lot of people. And I was like, do you know who this is? And he's like, I have no idea. Yeah. But then they followed our fucking Instagram at the Kamacosmonauts. And I was like, that's a little weird. But I was like, followers are followers, baby.
It's just the content freaked me out.
Yeah,
I get paranoid very easily, and it doesn't take much.
I mean, they have some wild sketches on there.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the ramblings of the insane.
It actually looks like someone's like asylum drawings on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what. I mean, I like it, obviously, because I'm a fucking weirdo, but.
I don't, because I fucking feel that shit sometimes.
That's what you do. Yeah.
It's my drawings.
You see my drawings. I want to draw you like one of my French asylum girls. You know? Whoa. Like in the Bastille, like in a dungeon.
Dude, I think that shingles vaccine fucked up my head.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like more than usual?
Yeah.
That shingles got you feeling some type of way?
I didn't get shingles. I got the vaccine.
No, I mean, you literally got shingles. You have the disease inside.
They gave me shingles?
Well, that's how a vaccine works, brother.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You get microdosed.
I got microdosing
shingles. Me and the boys getting together, shooting up.
Just go smoke some shingles.
Smoke some shingles, and that sounds like the newest crave in the fucking UK. Smoking shingles and cheeky points, you know.
It would be like something very normal, like fucking Percocet. And like,
yeah,
got the shingles, bro.
I got fucking shingles. Yeah,
shingles.
Yeah. I should know, bro.
Dude, I watched did I ever tell you I watched a fucking movie that was British?
Oh.
I was about to say a movie in British. Let's be more accurate.
In British.
I didn't understand a fucking word they were saying.
I believe
the subtitles on.
Oh my God.
It's so hard to understand.
Do you remember what movie it was?
They were in probably Afghanistan. It was a real true story too. They this unit, the military unit, and they like go down into this like area off the fucking hill that they're on, and it turns out to be landmines, and they keep stepping on fucking
Jesus,
it's real. It's actually happened.
God,
they keep stepping on fucking landmines.
That's the whole
and then
movie.
Another one would fucking run over to help him, and then he would step on a fucking.
Oh my fucking God!
Dude, it was like 4 or 5 of them stepped on fucking landmines.
It's just like 3.5 hours of
3.5 hours of unintelligible British and Scottish, and them yelling for tourniquets.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, you're into some freaky shit.
That's not freaky.
That's like weird as fuck.
I like military movies, but I was just so encapsulated by how I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think one of them was named Stu.
Stu. Hey, Stu, give me a fucking tourniquet, will you?
Yeah. That was the movie.
What the fuck?
But like, I don't know, dude.
3.5 hours of just fucking landmines and British people yelling.
Yeah, these poor dudes. And it would get worse and worse. Like,
I bet it. Oh God, like, it snowballed.
At one point, spoilers. At one point, standing in a fucking desert all day. Like this is like an all day affair.
Oh my God,
this is taking all fucking day.
Okay.
And one of them's like, I need some water. They're like throwing around a water bottle, and he misses it, and then it blows 2 of them up again.
Jesus.
The water bottle hits a fucking another landmine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this one guy gets hit with like 3 of them.
How does one dude get hit by 3 landmines?
Because they keep setting them off.
So we like ragdolls onto another one?
Like I think he fucking steps on one, and then someone steps on one near him, and then something else triggers another one near him.
That's like
it just keeps fucking blowing up.
God damn.
Yeah, and they all have like their feet are missing.
I want to watch this.
It's crazy. The one dude is like a medic. He's not wearing actual army clothes. It's weird. I don't get it. But so he's like got his backpack. He throws his backpack to make sure like it doesn't blow up, and then he jumps on it, and then he throws it again, and then he jumps on it.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
But at one point he gets pissed off with that, so he's just like fuck it, and he picks the backpack up and walks over to somebody, and it works.
I want to watch this movie with you.
I can't remember what it's called.
That sounds insane.
It's fucking crazy.
I do love military movies.
This one is like weird.
That's a very
It's a real thing, and I'm sorry that had to happen to people. Landmines are fucking scary.
That's brutal, and I wish it hadn't happened.
Holy shit! It's just like, give these people a fucking break. A helicopter comes in to like help them, and the guy has no idea that they're standing in a fucking minefield.
Oh god!
So he just comes down and starts walking around, and he's fine. He doesn't set off another one.
Well, that's got to be the thing with landmines is you don't know.
You have no idea,
and you could be perfectly fine.
The only way that you can find them is like you poke a knife in the ground or something, or if you don't have a mine detector, you have to like fucking hope you don't hit it too hard.
I know that they train. I think it's rats. They train rats to sniff out landmines.
You train dogs for that shit too.
Yeah,
but
there was.
What if the dog's wrong and it sets one off? Now you got a fucked up dog too. Oh man.
Yep. That's what happens. Landmines are cruel.
Jesus Christ.
They're fucking brutal.
Yeah.
That's like one of the worst inventions that human beings have ever.
I know. They're like outlawed now globally.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're fucking. Well, the thing is that not all of them ever get discovered.
No, they still.
And they maim children.
They fucking. The ones that the Germans put around Europe still go off.
Jesus.
Constantly. They have like a shelf life, like 30 years or something.
Well, yeah, like, that's long enough.
It doesn't mean that it's not going to still work, you know? It's like medicine. It has an expiration date. That's just how long they felt like studying if it works. Yeah. Like it could still fucking be whatever.
Yeah, like we know this will fucking blow a leg off in 30 years. But after that,
yeah,
maybe let's lose a toe.
It might not fucking go off. Who knows? Yeah. Bouncing Betties, dude. Like, those are all over the forests. Yeah. That'll like cut your dick off.
Did those things actually like jump out of the ground and explode?
Yes. So they're like this fucking big. But the thing I think that comes out of it was like that big. They were lethal for like 400 feet.
Fuck.
Yeah. It basically just like a shotgun came up and shot in every direction. At dick height. Like fucking 3 feet up in the air.
Human beings.
You have to be a fucking asshole to come up with that.
Human beings' propensity for destruction and violence never ceases to amaze me.
Claymores are a thing.
Yeah, claymores are fucking brutal.
That's a BB gun with a bomb attached to it.
I saw it was like, if you don't remember what side the claymore is, it's pointed at you.
It says point this way.
Yeah, but if you can't see it from 10 feet away, it's pointed at you.
They're also curved, so you can tell.
I don't know. It's just a quote. We should watch some military movies together. I think, like, I watched it was the Chris Kyle one, right? Or no, it wasn't Chris Kyle. It was the I haven't seen American Sniper. I think it's Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg.
You know that whole thing is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
In real life, he this is proven, by the way. He even admitted it finally after years.
Huh.
In real life, the 4 of them went up there, and then he immediately hauled ass. He didn't fire a single shot.
I don't even really know the story.
Okay, so they're going up on this fucking mountain.
He was a SEAL, right?
Yeah, they were SEAls. One of them was like a legendary. Like everybody knew this dude.
God, a legendary SEAL is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
I don't know. SEAls get a bad reputation now, I think.
I'm just saying, like, if they're spec ops, so they're already the greatest human beings ever.
This is the one that,
but the SEAL,
like the SEAL.
That's terrifying.
So 4 of them go up. I don't remember if they're supposed to be killing a guy or if they're just watching over. I think they're supposed to be killing a guy. And actually, the Marines were going to do it, but then the SEAls were like, no, we want to do it.
I want to kill him.
So they went up there, and then they get caught. There's like a goat herder, and they catch him. I don't know how much of that is real or if they just weren't fucking hiding well enough, Basically, they get found out. And these people up in this Afghan mountain, they think they're fighting the Soviets, I think. I might have made that up. Like, they have no idea what the fuck's going on. They just know, like, the people from outside are here fucking with us. And so they go bear down on them with all hell. The homie who lived said it was like hundreds of them or something, but I think they proved it was like 14. It's still a lot.
That's a lot of people
versus
you, and they want to kill you.
It's a lot for 4 people to handle.
Yeah.
When you don't know where you're really at or anything. But so they get ambushed, and then homie just fucking ran. He got the fuck. There's video that the Taliban or whatever they were, I don't know if they were Taliban, but they were taking video of the whole thing. You could hear the guy being like, come back, come back. Fucking crazy.
Like his squad mate?
Yeah, as he's dying, as he's getting shot up. So,
damn.
Yeah, the one who lived fucking ran off and got saved by a farmer. One of them held out for like 6 days and then died.
How did he hold out for so fucking long?
Dude, he fought people off. He shot every bullet, and when he ran out, they got him.
How could he not fucking run away? I guess
he got shot in the head. Yeah. They found he got shot in the head, but like that didn't kill him.
Damn.
He just kept fighting.
That's a seal.
Yeah, so that whole movie was concocted.
Huh. I mean, it's propaganda. Yeah. You know that, you probably know this since you're so into it, like the U.S. military has to okay what weapons are, what and how the firearms are portrayed in those movies. Like an M4A1, if it's like, if it's, you know, not up to standard, or if it's like showing it fucking up, they won't allow it. Because it has to be, you know, like we're perfect. They
would hate Full Metal Jacket. But that was also made in the 70s.
Yeah, they probably didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, his gun jams hard.
Yeah.
Fucking Hurt Locker. That one sucks ass. There's no realism in that.
That's not fair. That's not fun.
That one.
What is your favorite like war movie?
Honestly, that new one, Warfare, was really good. I always liked Platoon. It was Vietnam with Charlie Sheen. It's a really good movie.
I need to watch. We've talked about this. I want to watch some more movies, man. But I want to watch them with you.
Yeah, we should.
That'd be cool.
We find a way to do that.
Like I liked, like Saving Private Ryan was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I was watching. A good one. Warfare was good. Black Hawk Down is like kind of the benchmark, I think.
Black Hawk Down is really good. Yeah, I haven't watched it since I was a kid, though.
Yeah.
But I was watching Band of Brothers with my brother.
I like the Pacific better. It's the Marines and on the islands. It's way grittier.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know, Band of Brothers is like, you know, we're the fucking
hoorah. We're
on a righteous conquest to free the world of tyranny. The Pacific, they're like, fuck you, motherfucker.
I feel like that's kind of how it was anyway. Yeah. I mean, obviously we were both at war, but
yeah, they just dropped the whole, like, they don't show the interviews before it. There's no, like, you know, like heartwarming music. You're just there. Yeah, like they're fucking like shooting at people for fun, and like they're not giving water on an assault and shit like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah.
And that one's also true as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, would you rather you have been conscripted in the U.S. Army? Congratulations, son. Uncle Sam wanted you. It is 1942, and for some God only knows why, but you're actually given a choice. You either get to go fight the goddamn Nazis in Germany and Normandy, or you get to go to the Pacific Theater.
Nazis.
You're fighting the Nazis.
Yeah. The Japanese fucking hated us.
Well, I imagine the Nazis did too.
Yeah, but the Nazis would surrender. The Japanese wouldn't surrender.
No.
Like, if you won, they would just blow themselves up. But they would wait for you to get near them.
Yeah.
They did some fuck shit.
They were terrible.
The Nazis did fuck shit, but, like, I think that was, like, a special breed of them. Like, they didn't... So most of them were just people.
Yeah.
That were fighting for Germany.
Yeah. It wasn't... Like, not everybody was an SS officer.
Yeah. They weren't all in the SS.
But the Japanese, man...
They were all...
It was a cultural thing.
They were a cult.
Yeah.
It was a cult.
The cult of personality, the fucking emperor.
Yeah.
Well, who was the emperor during that time?
I have no idea.
Was it Emperor Tojo? Or no, that was the general, I think.
I'm not General sure, Tojo. Man, but they were fucking... They hated our asses.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, though. 100%, I'd rather go to fucking Nazi Germany.
Yeah, in 42...
Fuck fighting over there.
1942, you probably go to Italy. I think you go to Italy.
Yeah, right.
Because they didn't go to Europe. We didn't go to Europe
until 44.
Yeah, we didn't go up there until 44.
Yeah, and for Normandy.
So,
yeah.
I've heard maybe Africa.
Africa fighting Rommel. Yeah, I've heard the Italian campaign was fucking brutal too.
We were mean to them.
Yeah,
we would shoot the prisoners.
Yeah, there's like it was like an old fortification that they I don't remember much about it, so I don't even want to talk about it. But it was so cool. I watched a bit on it. I think it's actually in Band of Brothers. I think when he's talking about his brother who went down to Italy or something.
He died in Italy.
Yeah, and they're like assaulting that fortress on top of the hill. Fucking brutal.
The Italians were so not prepared for World War II. It's unbelievable. The Nazis had to go down there and pretty much fight for them.
It's because Mussolini was a fucking dumb dick. What a concept. And then they eviscerated him and strung him in the public forum.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the only one that faced justice on that one, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know much about the Italian war effort in World War II other than Mussolini, and I still don't even know that much about him.
I think the Italian war effort was primarily the German war effort.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they had to pretty much... They were using like World War I guns.
I believe it.
Yeah. Like their shit was so fucking bad.
Well, Italy...
Their tanks were like a car with a fucking turret put on top. Yeah.
Motherfuckers riding Vespas.
Vespa with a tank cannon.
Yeah. Mandatory wine and bread breaks. I'm going to take my union break.
Damn, dude.
We are fighting a war, son.
Government issue focaccia.
Fuck it. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Standard issue focaccia and every fucking... Yeah, and a pack of, Italian cigarettes. I want to smoke cigarettes from around the world. Like Chinese cigarettes look pretty.
Really?
Yeah, man.
They probably got some nice cigarettes.
Oh, hell yeah. There's one that's called like... it's either that or Japanese, but it's like a chocolate flavor. And it's like a straight black cigarette with like a silver lining on the, where it goes. It's beautiful. I think it's like a chocolate flavor.
I don't think I would want that.
I do. Cigarettes and black chocolate or dark chocolate go so well together.
I don't know what a cigarette tastes like, so I don't know what I would want to go with it.
You've never smoked a cigarette, huh?
I feel like cigarettes and coffee go well together.
Cigarettes and coffee go well?
Prince said so.
Well, if Prince said it, then thusly, yeah.
Prince
Don't take my word for it. Prince said it.
Dude, every time I watch like a movie, I want cigarettes and coffee. I've never smoked a cigarette.
Oh, brother. I guess, I mean, obviously I know you don't smoke, and you shouldn't ever
I would look
smoke.
so cool smoking.
You would be the coolest.
I'd be so cool smoking.
But like, I'm so cigarette pilled because I'm such a fucking addict that I forget that some people don't smoke because it's just such a part of my life. But
what sucks is it's not like cigars where like there's a fine culture to it if you want.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, it just seems like you're going for like numbers. A war of attrition.
Who's gonna win? This fucking tar in my lungs or me?
Like, how many cigarettes do I need to smoke before I go inside to feel good about it?
Yeah.
Like it would be cool if you could just kind of sit there and enjoy it, but they go quick, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Like they're designed to.
Yeah. No, I mean,
you can't carry a pipe. Some cop will stop you.
Yeah, and even if you don't, you kind of look like a neckbeard. Pipe's either an old guy or a really rich guy thing.
A fedora will grow out of your head if you carry a pipe around.
And mandatory ladies.
Yeah,
it's fucking.
Fucking carrying cigars around doesn't seem that great either.
No, and like you have to sit down and smoke a cigar with intention. That's not a casual thing.
That's cool though because it takes so long that like you get something out of it. More
Absolutely,
than just
it's like a ritual.
Yeah, yeah.
I love smoking cigars.
Like, how slowly could you smoke a cigarette? Could you make like a thing out of that?
So now, if I was really just casually, and I mean super casually, like distractedly smoking, probably like 15 minutes.
Do you think you could pivot?
2 cigars?
No, to like a more refined cigarette smoking.
I don't understand what you're asking me.
Like, do you think that instead of like going out and smoking a cigarette, like, do you think you can make a whole thing out of it, like a cigar?
Oh yeah, but I
mean,
wouldn't.
You can't cut the tip off and do all that shit, but
I think in general, yeah. I mean, there are smoking jackets. I don't know how much of those are around anymore, but like,
I wish I had
a smoking jacket. Yeah, you get like an attire, and you have
like
you have a parlor
in your house.
Yeah, again, but all this comes with fucking rich.
A parlor.
A smoking parlor.
Dude, people used to smoke while getting a haircut.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that,
dude?
The barber's smoking too.
Yeah. Oops. Let me get that out of your hair there, pal. What a fucking...
No, they have the finesse to not ash it on.
I feel like, yeah, dude, a smoking barber. Like, I would trust that guy. I really would, It
just seems like he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. And like I don't know. There's cigarette culture, as it were, like back in the day is so alluring to me. Like, I love watching like Casino or Quentin Tarantino movies or like Mad Men, where all these just beautifully dressed men and this very dapper smoke. It's like, I wish I looked like that when I was smoking.
What a time, dude.
What a time to be alive, yeah.
Women smoking like that.
With the fucking like extendos, the filters or whatever. Yeah, the flapper girls.
Cigarette holders.
What a time.
And Zippos.
Zippos, yeah. Big Zippo time. I have one with my name on it, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't use it.
I had a cool one.
Actually, I don't know if I still have it.
It was my like lucky Zippo, and someone took it out of my car.
Damn.
Yeah. So
that's a shame. I don't know where mine is. I might still have it somewhere.
It's such a pain in the ass. You got to fill them up.
Yeah.
They dry out after a week.
Yeah.
So
but it was a gift. It was a customized gift for me.
Yeah. They're so cool.
They are dope.
And then like smoking anything from a Zippo sucks.
Yeah. It tastes like it. And it just, but it's cool. I just used to like fucking with it, you know.
I smoked a joint. I used to smoke joints with them.
Hell yeah.
With mine. Just made it way worse.
Yeah. You can just taste the like butane, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just like a Bic, you know, it's just way easier. If like now in the modern age, if you do smoke, which most people don't, obviously, nicotine or cigarettes.
Gotta use your flint and steel.
Yeah.
Just bang shit together.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hold on, my cigarette went out.
Hold on, my cigarette. But yeah, I mean, if you're smoking with a Zippo, you're doing it because, you know, it's cool.
Style points.
It's a Zippo.
Yeah.
If you're a smoker, you use a Bic.
Dude,
or like just a normal pocket lighter.
Yeah. You got your cigarettes, you got your Zippo, you got a switchblade.
Switchblade, yep.
You got a nice
wallet chain.
A nice suit on.
You gotta have a
dress
wallet chain.
shoes, a wallet chain, a watch.
Yeah. And like cufflinks. The whole nine, brother.
And your hair is like perfectly slicked back.
Yes. I want to dress like that every fucking day. I want to look like that. But the problem is because I'm fat, I would look like Jonah Hill in War Dogs. And it would not look good.
Do not look like Jonah Hill in War Dogs.
I would if I dressed like that, and not in a good way.
No.
And I look like my favorite game is Magic the Gathering, and I'm allergic to showering.
Why does it all have to come at once? You know, like, it's okay to have one of those qualities. You don't need all of them. Why is that like the norm? It's like a type.
I don't know.
You just fall into it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, one thing leads to another. And like, some people can pull off a suit, but it's like a level of autism, I think. If you try to like, you show up into a suit to like, you fucking, I don't know, your niece's third birthday party.
You would look like a fucking idiot if you dressed like a gentleman from the 50s.
Yeah, exactly.
You look like a fucking dumbass.
You looked stupid.
Yeah.
You're trying to, like, some dudes can pull it off, but it's like a once in an everyday thing.
There's like a modern way to wear suits.
Yeah. But even still, like, do you ever see the kids in high school that would show up in suits? It's just kind of fucking weird.
I don't remember that.
We had a couple of them, man, and they were always in the, like, young conservative leaders or, like, the young Christians against America or whatever the fuck those things were.
Shit.
Yeah, it was weird, man. But, you know, I don't know. It felt strange. But I'm trying to, like, work on my sense of style. You know, I'm getting out of the gym shorts and ratty t-shirt era, so there's that. As I slim down more, it becomes easier as well to find decent clothes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, because they don't make decent clothes for fat people, which they shouldn't.
I feel like the way they design clothes is so fucked up. It's either too wide and not long enough, or too long and just too big in general. Like, I hate talking about heavy people in this way because, first of all, I'm going to say it again. Every time you bring this shit up, I don't think you look bad. So there's that.
Thank you.
You ever notice, though, but like when someone is really heavy and they wear clothes that fit them, it's always super fucking long, you know? Like, it's not designed. Mm-hmm. It's like, who the fuck? You'd have to be 8 feet tall for this to fit you correctly.
Right.
What the fuck?
No, absolutely.
Like, is someone having a laugh?
You having a fucking giggle over the fucking porkies? No, absolutely. Like a 3X shirt, I've still got some. Well, I don't know if I have it anymore. But I have one. I still have one. I have a 3X shirt. I used to wear 3X, which I don't think I ever actually got to that point. I just wore them because I was ashamed of my body. But it's like a dress. It like goes down past
it's like to your knees.
To my knees. And it looks fucking ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And even some of these, like, these are too big for me now. This is a 2X.
That looks good on you. The sleeves are kind of long.
The sleeves are long, yeah.
Good job.
Well, thank you. I'm really trying to slim down. But you're right. It's like the big and tall, it's always big and, it's never big or. Mm-hmm. Unless you get like some really like high grade stuff and like get it tailored. Yeah, like there you go, wear a tailored suit.
Yeah, you need to crop it.
Yeah.
Or something.
But the point is, put down the fucking fork and clothes will start fitting you. I mean, seriously, like I've noticed that. Like when I was at my heaviest and I tried to fucking find clothes, it was almost impossible. Because if I did find the right proportions to fit around my fat ass, then they were too long. or they were too long this way, whatever.
What do you think about that thing where people got mad that they charged more for heavy people clothes?
I mean, that just makes sense. There's more material,
sense, right?
Yeah, there's more material.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this would be a dress on you. There's a lot of material here, you know, just to cover my large ass. Your shirt, there's not as much material here. Obviously, it's going to cost more, right? This makes sense to me.
The print is also bigger.
Yeah.
There's more ink.
Right. Yeah, and I mean,
that is.
Can you not read that?
I mean, the ink. I don't think it's ink.
But I don't know what this is. It's like
the screen printer or whatever.
I don't know what you would call it. It's like plastic.
I used to know what it was.
I don't know. I never understood how they make shirts.
Yeah, but like that really needs to scale with it. That'd be real fucked up if they didn't scale it. That's just like size.
It's just a black shirt with like
Lamb of God square right here.
Yeah. You have to like put on your fucking readers and be like, yeah, my eyes are up here, you know, type shit.
Yeah, I have trouble with clothes, but for different reasons. Like if it's long enough, so I'm like in the fucking magic zone of no one designs clothes for me. I think 5'9" is just a shitty height for clothes, because if it's long enough, it's too fucking wide, and if it's like not too wide, it's fucking too short.
Yeah.
And so like I can't buy clothes, you know, like I have to get lucky.
Well, you're very slender, and you're also you're pretty.
I have a long torso.
Lanky, yeah. Your torso is very long.
My torso is very long.
Have you ever gotten clothes tailored?
No, but if I did that, I would need to get real nice clothes tailored. Like, I would go all out.
Right. It's kind of hard to like get shitty tailors.
I've always thought to myself, if I get a lot of money, I would definitely get like nice clothes that fits me really well, that I feel good in.
It makes you feel great.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few outfits that just like fucking do it for me.
Yeah.
They fit just right. And like I had to learn that fitting well is not always being comfortable, because I'm so used to swimming in my clothes. That's what comfort is. But sometimes if it fits properly, it is a little tight in certain areas. It shouldn't be tight, but like you don't have as much.
Your chest.
Yeah, like you can't do that oftentimes or whatever, you know?
I always prioritize comfort because I'm my best self when I'm comfortable.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be tight or uncomfortable, but what I'm saying is it's just not as flowy as gym shorts and a fucking t-shirt, typically.
Yeah, yeah. Or like tucking your shirt in, you can't move.
Right,
as much,
exactly.
But you look good.
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
I always impress myself when I dress nice. I'm like,
I think you would clean up very well. Yeah. Although you present yourself excellently anyway.
Oh, thank you.
You know.
I don't think so.
I love the way you look.
Oh. Help.
Oh.
SOS.
Blink 3 times. But yeah, I think you would clean up really well, man. I want to take you out on like a fucking brunch.
On a brunch?
I want a brunch.
Brunch is such a fuckhead thing.
I'm kind of a fuckhead.
Like, come on, motherfucker.
You don't want to
make
brunch?
Such a thing out of it?
It's a big deal.
It's one day a fucking week. Everybody's like, you don't have brunch? I'm leaving.
This is your restaurant trauma coming forward. You and I, we're healing now. We're going out to restaurants, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
We should go get some fucking Bloody Marys.
I can't. I get a virgin one. I'll just drink some tomato juice. I was going to say,
be a fucking virgin one.
That'd be good for me.
Yeah, it would be great for you. Get some fucking, Eggs Benedict or some shit.
Well, we can't because we fucking work on Sundays.
Well, not if we quit our job because our podcast is fucking popping off.
Please help us get brunch.
help us get brunch.
I wouldn't even order brunch. I would just get breakfast.
Yeah, honestly.
I think breakfast is better than.
Yeah, I just kind of like, honestly, every time I'm like, I should go to brunch, I'm like, I'd rather just go to fucking Waffle House.
I'd rather get up earlier and go get breakfast.
Yeah.
Not Waffle House, dude.
I want Waffle House. You don't like Waffle House?
Another broken egg.
Well, that's exactly where I was. Dude, well, fucking right there. That's where we're going.
Okay. When?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Get like a fruit bowl.
But seriously, like, yeah, I love breakfast. Breakfast foods are my favorite.
It's so refreshing.
It's so gas.
I like the waffles and shit like that. French toast is my favorite of like the fluffy bread things.
Okay.
But I eat healthy breakfast, and that is still so fucking good.
Yeah. I've been on the breakfast game recently. I've been showing you,
That shit's where it's at.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Most important meal of the day.
Not to the Italians.
No?
They eat coffee and like a cake. Like a little slice of cake.
Ooh, something cool, like a coffee,
they might
maybe
just take
cake.
I think a lot of the times it's just espresso, but that's when they put the milk in it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but then later they don't put the milk in it.
The amount of
that's
fucking
their breakfast
espresso.
Is that shot of fucking milk in their espresso.
A little bit of calories.
Yeah.
Dude,
Cappuccino.
I want a fucking espresso machine so bad. I already drink a shitload of coffee. Like I'm on like I probably had a full pot of coffee today.
The past couple weeks is the most I've ever had, besides like drinking excessive amounts in the restaurant. Like just at home, I've been having like 2 a day, which is a lot for me.
Cups of coffee?
Yeah.
You just like have a normal coffee pot? Or Keurig or some shit? Keurig. I like Keurigs.
Yeah, there's a certain cup that I like. I think it's owned by like a fire department or something, or like firefighter owned.
Right on.
It's blue and it has a squid on it or something, like a Cthulhu face.
That's hard.
It's
I would drink that.
It tastes so fucking good. It's just more. It's like a dark roast. And they put more in it, but it's supposed to taste like espresso.
Okay.
But it takes the wateriness away from the Keurig.
Nice. Yeah, Keurigs can get kind of fucking watery.
Pretty watery.
But
it's strong.
I was talking to some guy about coffee, and he kind of recommended me going to a lighter roast because I like a dark roast as well. And he was like, dude, honestly, there's more caffeine in it, and you can get the flavors better. Doesn't just taste like a burnt ashtray. And I was like, okay, yeah, it was kind of speaking my language because I just decided one day that I drink dark black coffee because I'm edgy, but I like milk in mine. But still, like, I was like, dark roast got to be the best. I might try like a medium roast or some shit, I don't know.
I've had light roast espresso.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Like a blonde espresso?
I don't know. We can go there sometime too. It's on Bluebonnet.
Blonde espresso?
No, whatever it's called. I forget. It's a coffee place.
I was like, is that the name of it? Blonde espresso is kind of hard.
Fucking mouth out running my head. They had light roast espresso. Now, let me tell you.
I bet that was insane.
Dude, it's like when I ate the truffle. It's like it lit up the corners of my mouth.
Yeah, dude.
It was so fucking good.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I almost went back for another one, but I knew that was a bad idea.
Please, sir.
Do
you know what roast we use at work?
That's got to be dark.
It's dark roast.
Yeah.
It's very bitter, but I love it. Yeah, no, that's fun. Let's go get coffee and fucking breakfast.
Yeah.
I think it's the naming convention he doesn't like.
Always drink your coffee after breakfast, by the way.
So you don't shit when you're eating?
So you don't fuck up your iron absorption.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Does coffee like inhibit iron absorption? Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It also helps it settle in your stomach.
It's interesting. You also taught me that pineapples are great to pair with protein because they break them down.
Fresh
pineapples. And as soon as you said that, I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a marinade.
Yeah,
the acid.
Like bromine or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And pineapple will, like, if you hold on to it long enough, it'll start to fucking dissolve your skin.
Yeah. That's it trying to eat you.
It's hard.
Kiwis have a similar thing.
I love kiwis. Kiwis are delicious. I need to get some I didn't get any fucking fresh fruit on my goddamn order.
There's good kiwis right now.
Yeah.
This must be kiwi season.
Kiwi season.
Mm-hmm. The blueberries are sucking. The kiwis are good.
Dude, my brother just got some blueberries. Yeah, that's not good. I don't know. We're going to make a tart out of them. Mm. Also, potential episode name, Kiwi season.
Kiwi season?
I like kiwi season.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's nice.
Kiwi season!
I fucking love fruit, dude.
I'm a fruit head. I'm just a fruit. It is?
Come on. Son of a bitch.
Oh, dude, I just like pineapple.
Pineapple's great.
Dude, you ever had a fucking Honeycrisp apple? I would die for a Honeycrisp apple.
I forget which apples I used to get now.
Oh, dude.
So for a while, I was getting, my fruit was apples. And then I realized that all the other ones were like way better.
Like apples are like, you're just starting.
You don't benefit as much. Like there's tangible benefits to eating blueberries, kiwis, pineapples, oranges.
Yeah, antioxidants and all that shit.
You don't feel that off an apple.
No.
Like you can feel those other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love an apple, man. I really do.
Apple's good. Is it Honeycrisp? Those are the good ones? I think it is.
I mean, it's one of my favorites. They're like the really big ones, super sweet.
Yellowish.
Yes. Yeah. The worst are
Cosmic.
I don't think I've had those. I think pink ladies are really good as well.
I don't like pink ladies.
You don't like a pink lady?
Mm-mm.
Can we agree on the worst apple ever, which is the fucking Red Delicious?
Is that even like a real apple?
I don't. It's probably some fucking
like mashed potatoes,
partially germinated bullshit. I don't fucking know.
It's like apple flavored. I mean, hold on, I can come.
You said mashed potatoes.
It's like apple flavored tough mashed potatoes.
Oh,
it's like flaky. It's like not cooked all the way.
It's like undercooked instant mashed potatoes, but in an apple form.
Yeah. Just mushes up in your mouth.
Fucking disgusting.
Like, you don't
it's
even
so
feel like you're
mealy.
eating food.
It's so mealy.
It's bad.
And the flavor's trash.
Why'd they call it delicious apples?
That's like the fucking Iceland Greenland thing. It's so trash. You have to trick people. Know your place, trash. Okay, fuck you, Red Delicious. All my homies hate Red Delicious apples. Write that down. Quote that.
It was fun watching in the screen.
Yeah, no, like.
What's our runtime right now?
We are. Oh, we're right at 2 hours. Shit.
Oh shit.
Huh.
Yeah. We should start rapping.
Well, it has been a very eventful episode.
This one's been roller coastery.
It's been roller coastery, but I'll tell you this right now.
He's pointing at the camera again.
Feels powerful. We will be here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Tuesday. Yeah. You're right. We stream Tuesdays. We post.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Schedule
Tuesday.
the video launch for Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff will follow.
I'm so sorry. We will be live streaming every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Pointing, motherfucker.
Well, I had a whole thing, but anyway, 7 p.m.
Streaming 7 p.m. Central Time Tuesdays.
And if you like Red Delicious apples there at home, don't come to my stream.
Don't
comment about how much you like them.
If you like delicious apples.
I bet you like those apples, don't you? Anyway, have a great rest of your evening.